Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen. On first down, it's Rosen. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second down, it's Hopkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Hey, exit.
To throw on second down. Hand. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On 1st and 10, Hand. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gregory. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Hand. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop it. It's another 1st down. Operating from the gun. Hand. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 3rd. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy with how they were.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field, and to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, the 40, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Hopkins. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hopkins. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. They'll find Miller. That's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Bravo! 55.
Off play action. Hand. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Hand firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. To throw is Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They run their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Rosen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline. Special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking to throw on second down. Hand. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set. AP Gator. 55. Come on. 5. Ready?
Throwing on first down. Hand. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, echo. Back 22. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Hand. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Larson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. His pass caught at the 4. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw on second down. Hand looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gregory. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On first down. Hand over the middle, complete. That's Larson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. On first and 10. Hand.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding at a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up the holding call.
9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. Leveraged by the offensive line to create space up front. Really well done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. Back to throw. Hand.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right. They have had no room to breathe. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
You go tight. 80 weapon. Ready.
On first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Looking to throw. Hand. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hopkins looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Pull it high. Smooth. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Hand. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Hand. Wide open receiver, complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Hand. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Back to throw. Hand. His throw caught at about the 5. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Watch the screen. Pass. Slam, slam, slam.
Following the penalty, it's Gore. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Ready. AC Gator. Hey, Mike 7. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hand. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hand. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Looking to throw. Hand. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Hey, let's go.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Hey, Echo.
To throw on 2nd down. Hand. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
On the ball.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Go. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
From the gun. Hand. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check tight.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Flushed out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hand. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Hand. And his throw here's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
55, Mike. 55.
Throwing again. Hand. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Larson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back to throw. Hand. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Hopkins. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hopkins. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Hopkins. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30, 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 83 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Let's go. 60 or. You draw Corker. Smooth. Hey, Rocky, cut up.
On 1st and 10. Hand. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Come on, set. 70,
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hand. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw. Hand. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Hand. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, orbit.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
Let's go.
On 4th down. Hand. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 52 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Monday. Slam.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to.